This is our last ride of our Colorado trip. We're going to be leaving Tincup, Fenchy's Cafe, and going to Cross Mountain from this side. On our first day when we arrived out there, we went to Cross Mountain, but we came in from the other side. We ran into a group of people, and they didn't know how to get over there, and they wanted to go back over towards Union Park where it was easier riding. So we said, well, we'll take you over there. And you leave Tincup on 765, and you don't go very far before you peel off. But you can also turn off here just a little ways out right here to go to Napoleon Pass, which we rode on the previous video. This is a group of people that we had helped earlier in the day, and they're driving rental units. Here's where you pull off of the main road. If you would have went straight, that would go up to Cumberland Pass. Peeling off here on 764 takes you through the Slaughterhouse Gulch area. If you haven't seen my video, a couple of videos before, we ran into a lady that had got lost from her group, and we had helped her get hooked up back with her group, and then we rode with one of them over Napoleon Pass, and then we met up the whole group back at Fenchy's at Tincup, had lunch. Well, they were all on rental side by side, so they had to have back by 4 o'clock, I think it was. But they were describing Union Park, and they didn't know how to get back over. They wanted to ride at it. So I was taking them over there. From this side, you go through Slaughterhouse Gulch. And like most people know, if you come to a gate that's closed, you can go through it, but you have to make sure to close it back. So that's what I did. I let them all through. Then I pulled through, got out, closed the gate, and then caught back up with them. Tell you, this Taylor Park area is if not one of our favorite, if not our favorite place to go ride when we can. It's a long drive for us to get out there, but it's nice to go out there in the middle of summer because it's not hot and humid like it is at home. We're from Kansas City, Missouri, so it's a 12-hour drive just to get out to that area. But this is Sarah in front of me here. She's the one that got lost from her group earlier. In an earlier video, I had covered that, so if you go back and check some of those out if you want. But this was our last ride of our last day of the trip. We didn't want to go way late because when we get back, I load the side-by-side up, load up some of the stuff so that we can leave the next morning early without having to rush around. But this is the trail going through Slaughterhouse Gulch. There's nothing too bad. It's a nice ride.
Once you get past the cattle place, it's just easy roads. She can go 25 easy.
And they hadn't decided yet whether they would have time to go up to Cross Mountain. But when we got out there to the open, I told them I'm sure they had enough time, which they did, except Sarah had some trouble. She got a flat tire coming back down off of Cross Mountain. And I think she still got back just in time. So she didn't get a late charge, but they did, which I feel bad about it. They did charge her for a tire. So if you rent side-by-sides, you need to pay attention to what you're renting and what the rules are on it. This is Union Park area here.
Hey, did you Did you guys want to try to go up the Cross Mountain?
We got 2 hours.
If you do, up here a little ways, there's going to be a trail that you can turn left on. You'll have to take that. I think you got enough time, but that's up. I'm not.
We're not saying either way, but
Because it's all other than a little bit on Cross Mountain.
it's
All this is going to be pretty fast. You can go however fast you want to eat the dust.
All right.
So,
I'm following you. Are you going?
you want to go Cross Mountain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they decided, yeah, they did have time, and they wanted to see another site, so took off leading them here. This is down here in this big valley at Union Park. It's just all wide open, smooth riding. So when you're on it, it's not hard to make up time if you needed to. But right here is where we turn to the left on 752 to head towards trail for Cross Mountain. This is Union Park Cow Camp, they call it. And there's several gates you have to go through here, which is kind of bad, especially if you're by yourself. But I'd open the gate, let them all through. Then one of them would open up the next gate, let us through. And so I go on up to the next one.
Yeah.
There was a single rider motorcycle coming down at this next gate, and he had it opened up, and he stayed there and kept it open for us. So we left it, the last one, open for him, and he let us through and closed the gate, which I really appreciated that. Yeah, this is the only area that has the gates.
Are you going that way? Hey, leave it open. Sorry, he's left it open. But then you got 2 more to open too. Are you a single rider? Yeah. Okay, be careful. Thanks for letting us through.
But all this is really easy riding until you get down to where you're actually headed up on the trail going up to Cross Mountain, and that it's rocky and not bad, but if you never rode before, it can be a little intimidating. And there's the trail numbers 7523A. And right here on the left is you can't see them, but there's several beaver ponds. Yeah, when we came out here on the day that we got out here after driving 12 hours, we just went on an easy ride from Taylor Park across Mountain. My wife likes driving that route, and I'm driving it right now, but my wife likes driving this route over here and then up the mountain and back. So I thought that they would be okay, but she just happened to hit a rock just wrong, and I'll show it on the way back down, where I think that she got her tire damaged. Then there was a bike sitting here, so I don't know if that other guy was going to get something. There wasn't nobody at the bike. The other guy might have been going to get a spark plug or tools or something, I don't know. Maybe gas. And we ran into a group coming down, which was a
We got 3 more.
tight squeeze getting around
Keep
them.
going. You'll make it.
ahead because it's a trail's good all the way up. There isn't really any place to turn off other than there is a spot you could go here up there a little ways and go to the left that goes up to an old mine. If you went to the left right there, it would take you up to an old mine. And then here's up at the top of Cross Mountain.
I haven't seen them for a while.
It's just under 12,000 feet.
Yeah, I don't think they could have took a wrong turn, but I hear them. Ah, here they are.
But, while we were up there, I didn't take any pictures with my stuff. This drone footage is from our first day out there. I just put a little bit of it out there so you can get an idea of what it is. I took pictures, but it was pictures of them guys with their cameras and stuff. I never even thought about it. But this is a view at the top. It's a wide area, and we could see it was rain off in the distance, which got us later when we were going back down. But there's a couple of crosses up here, and then there's a big stone cross that's made out on the ground. But like I said, this video footage is from my first day out there because I didn't take anything while I was up there this time. So if you want to see more of Cross Mountain, you can go to that specific video, and I have more pictures of it. So that's Sarah, so I'm going to follow her down.
Following you.
And then one more of their group is behind me. Well, when we start going down, I didn't notice anything for a while, but after we were down quite a ways, it looked to me like she had her rear passenger tire was going down, which is kind of hard to tell. Well, by the time we got down to the bottom, it was flat, and I had to air it up, which I had a little pump. It doesn't air up too good, but it did get it aired up enough to get going again. And so when I went back at the video, I thought, well, I'm going to see if I can see what happened. And I think I found the spot that she damaged her tire. But anyways, it ended up costing her a tire at the rental place, because you can sign a deal where if you damage a tire, you have to repair it or replace it and stuff. So I feel bad for her, but anyways. You see how sunny it is here? After we got down where I was at the bottom and I aired up the tire, then it starts raining on us, but then we didn't go hardly any distance at all. We're out of the rain and into the sun again. Now I think where she damaged her tire is coming up here. if you watch your rear passenger tire, you'll see it hit a rock and bounce to the side. Right there. So this is a slow motion. Right there. You see how it knocked that? It knocked it pretty bad. Well, it didn't go flat immediately or anything. It was a slowly went down. And by the time I noticed it, we were quite a bit down there. But you know, first you see that tire looks a little low, or you know, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Well, the good thing about it is the wheels they had on these rentals had rim lock on them. So because anybody that's had a flat tire and have it pop off the bead, pop off the rim, knows how hard it is to get it back on with, when you just got a little bitty plug-in air compressor. But luckily, the bead never came off. We never let it get that low. But I hadn't really noticed that it was going flat yet. There's my flags, my old American flag tattered. The other flag, if somebody can guess what it is. Nobody's guessed so far what it is. But it was nice to have somebody to ride with, and it was our last ride of the day, and this was the last ride of the day. And we were just going to take it easy that day anyway, so we went over Cumberland Pass, and that's where we ran into these people. And right there, I've kind of noticed that tire looked low, but then you think, well, did it just go over the rock, you know, with extra weight on it and make it look low or not? So I'm keeping an eye on it now. But you can look at it. I mean, can you tell that it's flat or going flat?
It's definitely low.
Yeah.
Being these aren't people that we ride with, I didn't have a radio to contact them. So
You gotta put air in one of your tires.
Your back rear tire is getting low. You might be all right, but
Is there a way to do it?
I got a pump.
Aww.
But you might keep going because we're off the rough stuff, so maybe it'll be all right. When we get down to the gate, we might have to put air in it, just so you know.
Okay.
And if you hear me hollering, then we gotta stop.
Okay.
yeah, it's low, but it wasn't flat all the way anyways. But the farther we went, I thought, man, I don't want to take a chance of the bead coming off the rim. So once we finally got down to stop, waved her over.
We gotta put
And,
air in it.
You know, I just got a little air compressor plugs into like a cigarette lighter outlet, and takes a while to air it up when it was that flat, but got it aired up, you know, most of the way, probably 3/4 of the way. And of course, it starts raining while we're doing that. So I send them guys on. I said, leave the gates open. I wrap up my cores, put my stuff up, and go. And then I close the gates as we go through. Of course, I have my wife driving now, so it makes it a little easier for me to get in and out. And she can drive through.
Let me stop right here. Drive on through.
Even like this one, there's 2 gates. The other one's not too far, so I just had her drive on through, and I walked up to the next gate and closed it. But you see, it's raining, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, we're out of the rain. Everything's completely dry. Well, she didn't make it. Her tire went down again, and she had to stop, and her people she was riding with went on. and they came across somebody that was camping, and they had a nice air compressor that was battery operated, like a DeWalt air compressor, and they let them borrow it, and they brought it up and they aired that tire way up and sent her on. We went and took the compressor back to the people they borrowed it from, and then we went on. Well, she made it back in time. Now, if we go to the left here, that's the quickest way to get back to Taylor Park. You go across a little bridge. Well, my wife does not like the bridge. It's got a little sharp turn getting onto it and off. So we went around this way, which took us by where they had rented their side by sides. We saw that they were there, so we know they made it back. So we're just looping around and coming back up to Taylor Park. Well, that is the end of our Colorado trip for this year. And anybody that has a chance to go out there, I highly recommend it. But I'm still trying to get to my 1,000 subscribers. I need 16 more subscribers as of when I'm editing this. So I'd appreciate anybody who would subscribe and like and all that stuff. But we were up here at cabin number 3, which is up on the hill. We loop around, and that's the end of our Colorado trip. My next videos will be from something closer to home. I haven't decided what, but they'll be coming soon. Thanks for watching.